Alright, so we are back with the Naga Siren, and we'll be looking into the second spell of Naga Siren, W, which is Ensnare. And as I said, it's the casting of the whip. The target cannot move, but still can freely cast his spells, or her spells. It's similar to the CM disable, but it's much more used, or it can be useful even in a late game when everybody has BKBs. You know, CM is lost because every spell of hers can go through BKB. But Ensnare of Naga Siren can actually go through the magic immune units. So it can be Nags, it can stop him in the rage, so you can disable. Imagine this is a Nags, I don't have free slots for the enemy. You can do this when he's in rage and he's running away or running towards you. Disable him for 5 seconds. You can do that, absolutely. Or Nevermore in the BKB, with 2 BKBs. See, it goes through the BKB. It doesn't cancel Nevermore's ulti. Because Nevermore's ulti is not channeling. And this is not really disabled in a sense that it will cancel the animations. Okay, so it cancels channeling, that's proven. By the way, I'm working with the information from DotA 1. So coding in DotA 2 can be different. They reward Lanaya, Templar Assassin, Rubik. Completely different. Actually, it's really different how it works. So it can be same with the Naga Siren, because I think Naga Siren, this and few things, maybe the ulti, was kind of on the edge what could actually the Warcraft 3 engine do. So they had to go around it. This actually set your movement speed in DotA 1 on 0. So he has 0 movement speed. There's no indication of that right now. Just that he's disabled, he cannot move for the 5 seconds. So that is it. Of course, the channeling factor is, as I told you, there's a simple channeling. I said simple channeling. See, cancels the channeling. BKB channeling cancels the channeling. That's awesome. Now, there's one more thing that I'm curious. That's why I created 2 blinking heroes. It should, okay, it should put... They cannot blink from it. That should be the case with the spell. That's even in the description on the Play DotA for this hero, that heroes cannot blink away or from this. We got the blink on anti-mage right now. See? Can cast while rooted. So that's what I was saying, that this disable, let's say, is completely different. This is more like late game disable, if you think about that. BKB, let's say, he has the BKB. Okay, I can disable him. He cannot blink for 5 seconds. As an anti-mage, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. If I could go... sorry. Just a second. Manta style. Mangas. It's the second time I actually wrote that. Manta style. Or Manta. Just give me a few seconds. I didn't plan this, but there we go. So BKB. He wants to blink. He cannot. Manta will free him. That's the problem with anti-mage, probably, that the Manta will cancel that, because it's a fact basically on the anti-mage or any hero. As you can see, it's an effect that is running here. That is the disadvantage against, let's say, anti-mage. But then again, her, she cannot. She cannot blink. That's huge. I would want to try a storm. I'm gonna do it in the end of the video. Hold on. So there's one more thing. Maybe Batrider could actually do something for us. All right. I'm not really sure if it shouldn't cancel the Firefly, but it doesn't. I was wondering if it does something related to the death. But those are the most important things. This is much more made for the late game, because as I said, the carry. As you can see, it works even for blink. That's the thing, that's the power. So it's not disabled in a sense that it loses its power against BKBs. It actually gains power when people are building BKBs and trying to cast ulti like that. You can just cancel that. immediately. So that is it. You know, great late game thing. That's the thing. Like, she's late game, absolutely. Obviously, she's, you know, agility, really. She's got even images, free manta. She's got minus armor. Plus, something against BKB's heroes. That's absolutely huge in late game, think about that. Something against BKB that can disable BKB, even disrupt channeling into the BKB. Enigma's ulti. If I could actually show you Enigma's ulti, yes. Enigma ulti in a BKB, without Lincolns, of course, you can cancel that. With BKB activated on Enigma, so... And look at the range. So if you are careful, that is it. So, this hero... What you want, creep? Is awesome against those, you know, Grixlis. He's picked every single time. Enigma, every single time. Blink heroes, every single time. Escaping abilities, daggers. This hero just gains so much strength. Of course, you can juke it like that with the blink, but that's the that's the other question of the day, if people can or not. It should follow though with the blink. I'm not really sure if it will. Hold on. Testing area. I need to time it actually properly. Hold on. This real. It doesn't. The blink cancels that. Alright. But then again, you kind of catch my drift. What I'm trying to say, that this is actually awesome even for late game. That's how kind of this hero was built over time. Like, through that... He had criticals, he had these images, so this hero is actually late game, but with some team potential things. That's why she's picked actually in Dota 1 very frequently. And she can work against a lot of lineups, and that's kind of an advantage, I think. So, thank you for watching. This was a second video explaining the Ensnare. The most important thing, it goes through the BKBs, or Magic Immunity units, so next. I can think of that. Maybe even... well, Nakes, let's go with that. Alright. It cancels when the effect is on. It cancels Dagger, Blink. Of course, it can be disrupted by Manta or Diffusal. If he has Diffusal, he can probably disrupt it from himself or any allied hero, but that's probably not gonna happen that much. Or that often that, you know, somebody's gonna buy Diffusal to counter your Ensnare. I don't think so. But then again, you know, it's great. It's co-op trying to blink. You can steal her mana in that time with the Diffusal of your own. So there you go. This is the second skill of Naga Siren, Ensnare. The good thing is that it's late game. It's, you know, great in the beginning, but it doesn't lose power. It even kind of gains power because people are building items to counter you or your team, but your main disable still works through them. So that's the great thing about this spell. Next to the third one, Riptide. Of course, this is just in testing stage. I like this. Like, there are not many heroes, okay? So I like to explain these abilities to the full potential. I cannot do it in one video. Sorry, nobody's gonna watch that. I know, I wouldn't watch that. But in separate videos, over time, you don't have to watch it in one day. You're like, oh, what he said about that spell. I saw it in a game. I'm curious. These videos about that. It's kind of a how-to even about these spells, individual spells. I like that. That's, you know, I definitely will go forward with this idea, and there you go.